Welcome back to another Minecraft Forge 1.6.4 coding tutorial, modding tutorial for Forge Minecraft 1.6.4. Alright guys, so in the last video we have a block going. In this video we're going to work on setting up an item. So we learned how to do blocks, now we're going to learn how to do items. And I'm going to get rid of some of the stuff on the screen here because we don't need it. And it'll make it easier for anybody looking back at the code to see what's wrong with what they're doing. So I'm going to go ahead and move some stuff over here, make some room. Okay, so you're not going to have to do much writing in this tutorial, which is awesome for you guys. We can just pretty much copy and paste everything that we have here. So let's go ahead and actually let's go ahead and make another variable. We're going to make it an item this time. So we name it item. And instead of block 1, we're going to call it item 1. We're going to have to import item, Minecraft.net Minecraft item. So another variable, and it's of the type item this time. So now we could copy over all this for our item. And we're going to change up a lot of this to item. Oops. We're going to change over a lot of this to item 1 actually. So item 1 equals new item 1. And everywhere where it says block 1, I'm just going to replace it with item 1 for now. Item 1, item 1, item 1, my first item. And here, item 1 as well, and over here, actually. Okay, so let's start from the top. So we copy and pasted everything over. There's some errors here. We don't actually need this set harvest level because it is an item and it's not a block, and you can't set a harvest level on an item. So let's get rid of that. The next error we have here is register block, which we have to change to register item. And that is all looking good. The next here is we got to generate our item class. So we're saying item 1 equals new item class here. So create the class of item 1. Finish. Go over. And this time it did not extend it as an item automatically for us. We're going to have to do that. Extends item. Capital item here. And then we're going to have to import it, Minecraft.net, and add a constructor again. So we could save this. And that's pretty much how it looks. That's all we need in this class. I'm going to close this class off. It's just like the block class, except for we changed the letters to item instead of block. Another error we have here is, let's just highlight it. Okay, so remove argument to match item. And it's just looking for an integer, so it's just looking for the data value. It doesn't need a material type. So let's just go ahead and remove that. And since 3000 is taken by our block, let's change it to 3001, or whatever data value isn't being taken. And that sets up everything for us. One thing is we're going to have to give it a texture. And once again, let's go into our textures here. Mod tutorial, source, main, resources, and assets. And if you're wondering where these folders are and why you don't have them, see my prior tutorials. We went through all this. You guys that have been following along know what this is all about. So we had our block textures in blocks. Now we have our item textures in items. So I already got some items in here. You can go ahead and copy over your block texture, for example, and just go ahead and paste it into here. and call it whatever you want, item 1, block 1, whatever. But I'm going to be using item 1 here as the texture. So it's gonna, I call it item 1 right here. So it's going to be using that as the texture. So you could just leave this as block 1 and it will be using block 1's texture, but you got to make sure it's inside the item folder. Just so you don't have to be making multiple textures as we do these videos. You can use the same texture over again. Just put it in your items folder. Alright, and I think that handles everything for the item. You registered the item, yes, and labeled it. Let's save everything and run it and test it out and see if it's gonna work. If there's any errors here. Apparently my first item is gonna be some kind of a redstone torch, apparently, by the looks of it, that I got in a texture pack. So I'm just using these, just as placeholders, these textures. I'm not gonna, rip some of these textures off, just simply for texture placeholders. So as you can see, I got it in my hand. You could do /give tab, and then your data value. My data value is 3001, and there is no such ID. What did I name it? Awesome. I named it as items 3001. I'm not sure why it's not giving it to me. It might be something to do with the map because I didn't reload the world. And let's see, where did I place it? I placed it in creative tabs, so it's going to be in tab block. Let's put it into materials though for the next time. So tab materials. So next time we will launch it, it will be in materials over here, but right now it's supposed to be in block. So there it is at the bottom. Now, I'm not sure why it didn't want to give me it there, and I have a feeling it has something to do with the world. That, or it's not using this integer here. I'll have to test that later. But here it is. 3 on the ground, awesome. You can't place it because it is an item. So go ahead and make yourself some more items, and we'll pick up in the next video. Next tutorial, I'm not quite sure what it'll be, but hopefully something awesome.